is mind, but the mind is not the all. Peace once again, my fellow expressions of consciousness. If I was to ask you, where is the sky? You would most probably point upwards to where the clouds are, above the mountains. That's the sky. If I could speak ant, or worm, or slug, and asked, where is the sky? They would say, above the flowers. Both perspectives would be right. For you can only know what is true relative to the perspective you are using. But the thing is, perspective is never static. It's not one perspective for all time. Perspective is mind. It's dimensions. It's how you see. If an ant was larger, it would say the sky starts from above the mountains too. So using perspective to talk about ultimate truth has a flaw, because perspective is always subjective. But what is not a perspective? What is a definite? For after all, if we can say there is a perspective, your perspective, my perspective, then there must be something, I suggest, that is aware two perspectives are present. Naturally. So that which is aware of multiple perspectives must be perspectiveless. Because it recognizes two different perspectives, or a whole range of perspectives. Just as the space recognizes height, big house, big tree, small tree. Because it is not the tree, it is not the house. So that which is aware of multiple perspectives is not a perspective. Yet it is you. When we want to speak about truth, my friends, perspective and mind is only for the relative phenomenal world. For the truth lies outside of the senses. That truth is that which cannot be pointed to, cannot be seen, smelt, tasted, heard, touched. Cannot have a size, because size is again a perspective, as we saw with the where is the sky analogy. It has to be devoid of all qualities to have a clear viewing, you could say. That's what we call consciousness. That's what we call sometimes awareness, pure consciousness. But ultimately, you. So if you want to marinate in the truth, you will have to begin to learn that perspective of mind is not the perspective of the truth. Perspective of mind is a pointing to the truth, or it's just completely distorted, like saying a blade of grass created the Apple iPhone. Perspective must be seen to have its place, which is in the mind world, personhood world, which is fine, but perspective will not get you to that which has no perspective, yet is real, is constant, it is aware of this very moment. It doesn't have a perspective, there's a moment happening. Do you have a perspective that there's a moment happening? If we invited more people here and say, do you have a perspective that you are experiencing right now? Or are you simply experiencing? Of course, if they are sincere and they understood the question, they will say, yes, I'm experiencing. They might say, I don't know what, but they're experiencing. Experiencing is not a perspective. Existing is not a perspective. Existing as something creates perspective. As if you were to say, I exist as a spirit, I exist as a soul, I exist as an Arcturian, a starseed, I exist as a black, white person, male, female. Then things have a perspective again. But existence as in just experiencing, which is our primary knowing that we exist, is just that we are. We say I am, without even saying I am. Know what you are essentially and be liberated. Although on deeper looking, you will find that you are already the liberated that doesn't need to be liberated one. That I am too. Essentially, we are pure formlessness that cannot even be labeled correctly. But whatever it is, it exists. It's devoid of all suffering and pain, for it is not within experience, it is the experiencer, so to speak. It is you. Peace and have a wonderful day or evening. Like the video, share, subscribe if you like, and till next time.
Is this energy essential to your awakening? In a word, no.